Welcome friends to the channel Classy Frugality. My name is Tanya and I'm so glad you've decided to join me today. On today's video, we are going to talk about 15 vintage ways to save money in today's times. Later on in the video, I'm also going to give you a little tour of my home, show you a few of my little St. Patrick's Day decorations that I was able to come up with. So let's go ahead and get started on our list of 15 vintage ways to be frugal. Number 1, grow a garden. Now I'm not talking, if you don't have a tractor and big fields, going out and plowing. I am talking doing what you are able to do. If you have some pots and some potting soil, you can easily get those at any dollar store, Walmart. You can make pots out of old coffee cans, other types of containers. You can do that. Get some seeds, start you some seeds. Grow a tomato plant in a pot if you can, even if it's one thing. It saves a little bit of money and helps give you that sense of accomplishment. All right, number 2, canning and preserving as well as freezing. Now, last summer I bought a pot and I had all good intentions of learning how to can, but I just have not made it that far yet. However, I can still freeze things. Freezer bags are not that expensive. Freezer containers, those are reusable year after year. Freeze you a few things. That may be stuff from the garden that you started, that may be some tomatoes, that may be things that you find at the store for a really good deal. Freeze those, preserve those for later. All right, sewing and mending. You've probably, if you view my channel very often, you see where I sew and mend different things. It seems to be mostly my husband's pants these days. Things are just not made like they used to be made, but as much as we can learn to sew, even if it's a needle and thread, even if you have a little basic sewing kit, learn to fix basic stuff, learn to sew on a button, because that can really save some money from you having to go buy new. Okay. Number 4, knitting and crocheting. Now, I don't know how to knit, but I do know how to do some basic crochet, just enough to make some small things. And it's a cheap hobby and it brings me joy and it serves a purpose. I have made dishcloths. I've made little face scrubbies, and I also made a little mug cozy, and I actually use that so I don't burn my hand on my coffee cup. Cooking from scratch, that's number 5. Definitely, this is probably one of the tips that I use the most out of these tips. Cook from scratch. Get raw ingredients. When you see that chicken less than $1 a pound, stock up on chicken. Learn how to make different stuff from chicken from scratch. And you see those vegetables on Manager's Special or in the 99-cent red produce bags. Get those. Get you a crock pot, a slow cooker. That right there, that's a game changer. You don't really have to know how to cook. You don't have to have that many skills to throw in your ingredients. Maybe throw in a few little seasonings, some water, turn that sucker on, and then you can walk away. You have food ready in just a few hours and you don't have to do anything. Plus, that saves a lot of electricity from you not having to turn on that stove and that oven. All right, number 6 is meal planning. If you're gonna cook anyway, you may as well plan a bunch of meals ahead to know what you're gonna have to cook. Plus, it makes your week easier. Even if you have a few days planned ahead, that can take that much stress off your mind where you know what you're gonna cook. get in your cabinet, take inventory of what you have, get you a piece of paper, make you a little meal plan, tape it to the inside of the cabinet door. I've actually done that before. You know how it is. Sometimes you open that cabinet door and you open the fridge and it's like, it's so overwhelming. You look at everything in there and it's like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here to cook. There's nothing here to eat. In reality, there is. You just have to think about it, put it down on paper. It's kind of fun. When I did that last, it was almost like when I opened the cabinet door and looked at the list, it was almost like choosing from a menu at a restaurant. Except I had to cook it, of course, but still, you know, a lot of the stress was taken out of it. Number 7, cook in bulk. If you turn that oven on for something, try to think of something else to put in there to cook for later on. You know, bake you a bunch of potatoes, have them made up ahead of time. That way you can put those away. If you're making soup, make a big pot of soup. That way you can have soup to freeze, you know, for maybe a couple more meals. You put that in freezer bags, or if you can can those jars of soup, and that will save you time and money later on. Meal prep is number 8. So that's basically, if you go to the store and you get a good deal on celery, you get a good deal on some big bags of whole carrots, but you bring them home, you dump them in the fridge, and you don't really think much else about it, chances are that celery and those carrots are going to go to waste. So try, if you can, as soon as you get home or within the next day or so, try to chop up those ingredients, prepare those things, put those into bags if you can. Get those ready. You'll have a much better chance that you're going to actually eat those things if it's, you know, ready to go. Number 9, shop the thrift stores and the clearance. I can't stress that enough. So I have a little running list going. I've got some things that I've been looking for. I've been looking for a dehydrator. I've been looking for, let's see, now I found my bread machine. Just different things, clothing items. I write down sizes. And when I go to the thrift stores, I see if there's anything in there I can cross off my list, because I don't want to pay full price for that. You know, and back in the old times, most of the time they didn't. They passed things down to each other. If it was clothing, they held on to things as long as they could. They repaired things. So, you know, try to do those things. All right. Number 10, repurposing. Get creative with stuff. I have a big glass jar that I save all my twist ties in. And people may see it. Oh, and it's pretty and colorful at this point. People may see it and think, what in the world? But I use those things for a lot of different things other than just, you know, bread ties. I save my jars. I use those for lots of different things, for organizing craft supplies. My husband uses some for putting screws and other little things in. I certainly reuse them for food. You know, bread bags, I reuse those. Sometimes I put sandwiches in them that I'm going to take to work. I mean, hey, why not? Bread came in them. Of course, I rinse them out. Grocery store bags. I don't hardly buy garbage bags for the little cans. You get the drift. Number 11, couponing. So I don't really use a whole lot of paper coupons, but I certainly do not shop at the grocery store without checking first to see if there's a coupon that'll correspond to something I want. You know, they clipped coupons. The housewives did. In the older days, they would clip the coupons. So I guess our modern day version, for me at least, is going to the app and clipping the coupon in the app for like Kroger. But it really, really does help, especially if they're combined with a sale. So if you don't have your apps downloaded and you don't check those things, I urge you to start doing that. All right, number 12, home maintenance. I'm not saying you know how to re-roof your house, but it's very easy to learn how to do things like using a caulking gun, caulk around those windows, you know, fixing just simple things. A lot of money saving when the home is involved is just contingent upon maintenance of the home, you know, taking care of what you have. So as many small home maintenance tricks that you can learn, I encourage you to do that. All right, number 13, DIY gifts. And I really enjoy this as well. A lot of my DIY gifts that I come up with involve a sort of a mix, a lot of times, of store-bought and homemade. Like, I really enjoy making gift baskets, and so a lot of times I'll look for things at the thrift store, and I'll pair things with items from, you know, the Dollar Tree, or items that I've gotten on clearance after seasonal sales, and you can put that all together and make a nice, fun gift basket. You have to kind of shop year round to do that, so that's probably a topic for a whole other video right there. But DIY gifts. Number 14, line drying clothes. Now, I haven't had an actual clothesline in my backyard for a while, but I do have folding racks that I utilize in the house. I put my socks, underwear, towels, all those, you know, things like that on the folding racks. And then I have another rack that I can hang shirts and pants on hangers. And the beauty of it is, when they're dry, you just can get them and go hang them up. So I just use an extra room. They don't take up that much space, but it saves so much money as far as using the clothes dryer, because that thing sucks electricity. So I would encourage you to start doing that. Even if you can't go out and buy some racks, what if you hang some things up from the shower curtain rod? You know, the backs of chairs. Be creative. All right, finally, number 15, free entertainment. There are plenty of opportunities for free entertainment. And I know in my area, that includes like the library. We like to go to the library. There are also some local parks. There's a local free museum that's part of the National Park Service. So, and of course, there's always an opportunity for a park and a picnic somewhere. We've done those things numerous times over the years. We still enjoy them. You know, if you're at home, get out your games, play some games. There's just all kinds of things to do if you just think of it. So, following vintage ways like this not only promotes a frugal lifestyle, but I feel like it connects us to the past too. So I just really enjoy it. All right. I hope you have gotten some use out of these tips. And if you like this video, I would encourage you to give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you're not a member of the Classy Frugality family, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button down in the corner. And now I want you to enjoy a tour of my St. Patrick's Day decorations. Now, everything that you see here, I printed from graphicsfairy.com. So I want to give her credit for these images. I will leave a link to her page in the description box down below. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and until I see you again, have a blessed day.